All right, let's jump in.
Situation number one, my best friend's divorce glow up is messing with me. Also, we're at the point, I feel like, in our relationship where in our 40s, I'm interested to see who starts getting divorces. We were talking about this the other night.
There was a wave like a year or two into our marriage of
Yeah,
people who had
early
been
on.
of people who had been maybe married a year longer than us,
Yeah.
and they went through a thing.
hmm
And it was like, oh my
It was in
gosh.
our 20s.
Yeah,
And then
and
the
we're like,
30s, people had kids and they were like,
and
we're soldiering
but
through.
we were so embroiled in like the world of people getting married at such a young age
Yeah.
that like we're like, oh my gosh, they're 25, 26. What are they gonna do now?
Are they an old maid?
Yeah, like
No,
I
it was
mean,
so embarrassing.
absolutely crazy. And then and now I feel like we're about to hit that second
The second
little stint.
wave. She's coming. All right. Hey, snitches. I'm writing because I don't know if I'm inspired or quietly unraveling. Oh, dear. My best friend of 20 years got divorced last year. She's 42, no kids. There's no scandal with their divorce. They just grew apart. And I supported her through it. I helped her move and listened to everything she had to say. Now she is thriving. She looks incredible. She's going to Pilates. She bought a new wardrobe. And there are just subtle changes that seem to be making her glow. She's traveling, dating someone new, laughing more, and seems lighter and freer. I, on the other hand, am 41, married, with 2 kids. I have a good husband, a stable life, and nothing is wrong. My husband and I don't fight. We're just in a rhythm of midlife with work and schedules and logistics. But when she talks about finally feeling alive again, it does something to me. She says things like, you don't realize how much of yourself you shrink to keep the peace, and you deserve passion, not just partnership. I don't know if she's just processing her own growth or if it's making me question things I wasn't questioning before. There's no crisis in my marriage, but suddenly I'm wondering if comfort is the same thing as fulfillment and if stability is enough. Have I slowly disappeared into responsibility? I would never betray my husband, and I'm not looking for drama, but I also don't want to wake up years from now and realize I've ignored a quiet part of myself. Is it normal when someone close to you reinvents their life to want to reinvent yours? Or is this just the beginning of something bigger inside of me? What are your thoughts?
Can you go back? Are there kids in the equation?
Yes.
Okay.
Her friend has kids. Let me see. 2 kids, and she has 2 kids. So they seem to be like on the same
Yeah.
life path.
I think from what I understand with my friends who are divorced, and even like when you look at shows like Summer House and you see Lindsay's parenting journey being different from like a couple that's together, is that you really open up this window where you truly can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right? You can truly open up this window of being like, even though I have 2 kids, they're with their dad on X days, or they're with their mom on X days. And so like I open up my life in this new way that's very exciting. And like you get a piece of yourself back that's been dormant for a long time. I think the key for somebody who's in a relationship and wants to reclaim that, and I guarantee you your partner does too,
Yeah.
and has very similar thoughts, is finding a way for you both to reclaim that sense of autonomy and interest and experimentation in your own lives.
Yeah.
And I think like I think that is the key to like solving this. I don't think you should feel bad about seeing this friend like have a glow up,
Yeah.
and going out with like men and having like new experiences and all the, like, I don't think that's not something to feel guilty about. You should just be like, oh, well, maybe this is awakening. Like, listen to yourself. This is awakening something in you. I want this. I need this. I think it's more of a conversation with your partner. Like, hey, I'm feeling this way. How are you feeling? Like, are you feeling like you'd like a night out or a week? Like, can we rearrange the schedule? I think it's all like a lot of these things people think are, very deep and like deep rooted problems when 90% of problems can be solved with logistics.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason that there's an archetype of a midlife crisis. It's because you're like in the thick of it. And I'd be curious how old her kids are, because like depending on if like, do they have teenagers? Do they have toddlers? At 42, you could have either. And I think like some things that can help is, do you have community where like you can all pass the kids off, where there are a couple nights a week or a weekend a month where you and your partner, either together or separate, can go do things that you want to do? Can you and your partner switch off nights where like you can go do this and he can go do that? Like, how can you figure out how to infuse that time? And if you can't, then that's a conversation then you're doing too much.
Yeah. And by no means are we parents, or do we understand a lot of the stuff around parenting and the stuff that comes into relationship because of parenting. But all I can speak from is the experience of my friends and people that I've spent time with. And I think a lot of it is, if you fill the schedule with all the kids stuff and all the work stuff and even all the church stuff or all the extracurricular activity stuff, you can fill all of your time.
Yeah.
You can have no margin.
Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest things that I would tell couples, even if they're not married, even if they don't have kids, like, reclaim
some of your time,
some of that, leave margin, because you never know when these feelings are going to hit you, especially those who are approaching 40 or even approaching 30. It's a different kind of element, but there is this big moment at 30 where you're like, okay, have I done enough? Like, where
40 is just so much more.
Yeah, man, 40 kicks it up a huge notch, but I think like there are a lot of people kind of going through this.
Well, 40, you get stuck, you get sandwiched between your kids are doing all of this, and suddenly your parents are needing a lot of support too. And so it's like a really squeeze.
Reclaim margin whenever you can.
Well, and I'll say this, I know things are different now, but when I was growing up, a lot of what I did was like with my sibling at my parents' events and other people's kids. And we had a blast. Like, my parents had friends in their community that they hung out with, and everybody just brought their kids, and I was the oldest, and I just had to watch everybody. Or they had like a bowling league, and they would like have all the kids on like a kiddie thing over there in a corner playing together.
Yeah.
And like, that's stuff that you can do. Or one person hires a babysitter for however many kids, and you guys pitch in and you go from there. Like, there are ways to get around it. But if not, then if nothing else, you got to talk about it, because this will fester. And I get it. Like, seeing anyone get that kind of freedom, have the ability to like change their body, change their time. She's got more time than you do right now.
No, exactly. It's it's all about margin.
Yeah.
She has margin, and maybe you filled your entire schedule with the kids, with your husband stuff, with your work stuff. And like, there's always, especially when you're two people attacking a problem, it's always easier than one person attacking a problem. Yeah. So just reclaim some of that.
Well, and comparison is the thief of joy. I'm sure that she is really excited about some of these new things, but it's new right now. It may get old later, her having to make, at first it's really exciting to make all the decisions by yourself, especially if there has been contempt or irritation over that decision making. But that gets exhausting too, to not have anyone to like bat that around with. So there are pros and cons to each situation. Hers is new and exciting now, and she may want what you have later, you know, a seasoned marriage that's been through this particular valley and whatever. So a lot of it is being careful not to just compare it to her, especially if you don't feel dissatisfied. But if you are, if there is a part of you that is dissatisfied, then you do need to talk to your partner about it. And I would be honest and be like, this is happening with this person. I don't want her life, but it's making me realize that I need X, Y, and Z.
And some people find that really threatening. And that is something that would have to be worked out through as well. Hopefully you say that there are not these issues in your relationship. Yeah. So it seems like you have a partnership.
She says there's a crisis. So it sounds like there just need to be like more communication about personal needs and wants, because that happens to women a lot, is that you do get lost.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, it's the women who pick up all of, or who often, not always, but often will sacrifice their margin so that other people can have margin, or that other people can have what they want.
Well, I know so many men who have hobbies, and I know so few women who have time to have hobbies. They're like, how? When? With what money?
You golf? You play video games?
Oh, you're really into cars? Oh, you like putting these like tiny things together?
Oh, and trust me, I have hobbies.
Yeah.
But I'm like, at what cost to my partner, who we have
Yeah.
kids
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
have this and that, like, yeah, it starts to get.
Yeah, it becomes like a real, like that has to be a conversation. And
Yes.
that is what causes divorces. Like women come, like really come into themselves in their 40s. And this is where people break
Mhm.
because it
Mhm.
becomes like, you know what? No, I don't want to do this for you anymore. You are giving me nothing. I am giving you everything. I'm giving our kids everything. You either do this or go away. And I think men like get really shocked by that. And that's when they go buy like a really nice car and start dating a 20-year-old because they're
Well,
trying to reclaim their youth.
and I'll be honest, like, I think that sometimes, not always, can come from the man in some of these same kind of like toxic, kind of like unequal relationships where it's like, I'm providing
Yeah.
all of this, like all of our money,
Mm-hmm.
all of our, like the ability to do things, and then I'm not getting my needs met in some other way.
Right, right, right.
And so they go looking for it somewhere else. It's
So
just not as.
you have to communicate
Mhm.
what is happening and where you're feeling overwhelmed and what you need, or it will become bigger.
Yeah. So the mission you would define as,
You got to talk to your partner.
yeah, improve the communication.
Yeah. Create some time. I think it sounds to me like there needs to be time for like creativity, hobbies, something to like reclaim space for herself and for him, probably.
Well, and I think like, you deserve, if you're feeling this and you're in a relationship, you should not be the only person feeling
Mhm.
it, because like the whole point of having a relationship is that you can like bear each other's burdens and
Yeah.
like have these conversations. And so if you're feeling this way, chances are he might be feeling this way.
Yeah.
And you're not coming to him with like, this has got to be met for me. It's like you
Mhm.
could come with like an exciting proposal like,
Mhm.
hey, I want you to reclaim some of your time. I
Mhm.
want to reclaim some of my time. Let's come together and figure out how we can do this
Yeah.
together.
I mean, she's basically saying, I feel the rhythm of midlife with just like work and logistics.
perfect.
And I'm sure he does too.
Yeah, of course, of
So
course.
communication.
Yeah,
All right.
lovely.